The black man jumped into the ocean, ignoring everyone's warnings. The commander immediately ordered the men to pull him out. But the man swam so fast that no one could catch him. It turned out that the US Navy once had a rule. Black sailors could only swim on Tuesdays. At all other times, they were forced to watch the white sailors swim. This man wanted to break that rule. That was why he jumped into the sea. Later, he was put into confinement. However, the captain saw the man's courage and recommended him for the Navy's diving and rescue program. When he arrived at the Naval Academy, his white classmates looked down on him. When the instructor introduced the man, the other students refused to live with him. One by one, they packed up and left the barracks, leaving behind only a stuttering young man. And so, two outcasts became friends. Late that night, the man was woken up by cold water poured over him. The instructor used morning drills as an excuse, blasting him with high-pressure water hoses and forcing him to practice holding his breath underwater. It was clear that the instructor wanted him to give up, but the man endured. The next day, the instructor targeted him and his friend again. He announced that anyone who could not hold their breath for 4 minutes would be expelled. After 2 minutes, the friend could no longer stand it and surfaced. The instructor immediately expelled him. One day, during underwater welding practice, an accident happened. The man and another sailor volunteered to dive down to rescue the trapped worker. But when the ship hull collapsed again, the other rescuer panicked and swam back to the surface, leaving the man alone. Even so, the man succeeded in saving the trapped worker. However, the instructor awarded the medal to the coward who had fled. Everyone knew the truth, but no one dared to speak up, because a black man could never be officially honored. Even faced with such injustice, the man stayed silent and never complained. One night, he went to a bar for a drink, but the owner, seeing he was black, claimed the bar was out of alcohol. The instructor also told him that no matter how good he was, the school would never let a black man graduate. The man became furious and challenged the instructor to a breath-holding contest. He said, "If I lose, I will leave the school myself. But if I win, you must let my friend return to school." The instructor agreed. This was no longer just a contest between a soldier and his instructor. It was a battle between black and white. As soon as the water covered their noses, the timer started. At 1 minute and 20 seconds, both stayed calm and even tried to distract each other with glares. At 3 minutes and 10 seconds, they had reached the limits of human endurance. At 4 minutes, the instructor's nose began to bleed, but he still refused to give up until his subordinates finally ended the match. It was clear. The man had won. He had beaten the proud white instructor as a black recruit, and his friend was allowed to return to the academy.